What's going on? Got another update over here. Got all kind of stuff going on over here. Lots of work in. And to be perfectly honest, just looking around, I can't see a little bit of it anywhere. But I swear, I did a lot of work. Water level, nice and high there. I've been transferring water from the holding tank into here quite a number of times. As you can see, the water's almost up to my pipe, which is where I want my water level at. That would be this pipe right here, not my drain. And the water, before I started transferring the water went pretty clear. I'm not exactly sure what's up with that, but it was pretty algae filled. As you can see, there's still quite a bit of algae in here. But all of a sudden, it just went clear. And you could see, like you can see this fish right over there, I could just see just about everything in here when it was actually kind of murky looking. So I'm not exactly sure what's up with that. But, and then I added all this extra water. So, I mean, obviously it should be clear because it was nice clear water going in. But, yep, there's that. My strawberries, they're still pretty cut back and everything. Still have all these little pests on here, as you can see. I don't know what the heck's going on. It's like they kind of stalled. Or maybe I killed them, or maybe they're killing my plants and I'm just not noticing. I don't know. But, yeah, that's going on. Another thing that was going on, this was the old intake. Oh, jeez, oh man, let's see. Here's your main intake right here, my water line pipe. It comes up, it branches off. There's a T over there, that's where this black line comes from. And it's pretty much back pressure that feeds this. But it's the highest point out of all of the beds. As far as, you know, height and head and all that stuff. And it was when the pump, and again, if you don't do aquaponics, you got to clean out your pump, I don't know, like once a week, at least twice a month. And I've been kind of slack on that. And even when I clean it out, still not running at full volume and everything. I really need to just pull it out of the tank and clear it out manually and, you know, give it a good cleaning and stuff, which I'm kind of lazy about that stuff. I got a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, this tube was not getting as much water as it should. It was just dribbling in. So enter this pipe here. Goes down. I've got another pump. It's one of my little tiny pumps. Oh, I can't remember, like 30 gallons an hour or something like that. And I've got it turned down like halfway. But as you can see right here, water level is nice and high because of root mass, which is another problem. I need a couple more zip ties, like right over here, holding it up out of the water a little bit so that, you know, the water level will go down. But as you can see, got all kind of algae and dirt and garbage and stuff stuck in there, so I need to clean up the whole hydro tube. It was a long freaking talk just about the hydro tube. But the reason I have so much water in here is because when I switched to this, I did not have this male fitting here, which is just wedging it into the pipe, really. And I only had this little 90-degree fitting right here, and it popped out overnight. I'm not exactly sure what time, but I know I lost about an inch and a half, maybe 2 inches of water when it was below the ledge over there. So, I decided I had to fix this, and decided, what the heck, we're going to get some more water in here. So, I've been putting in the holding tank. It's a long story. Putting in a holding tank, and the thing has been dechlorinating. As soon as it's dechlorinated, I test it, and then I throw it right back in here. So I've been doing that over and over and over again. That's a bunch of the work I've been doing. Anyway, let's move on. Let's just start with this daggone cantaloupe. Look at this, man. I guess I can train this thing a little bit. All the way over. It's underneath the strawberries right now, which is right up there. And it's trying to go up. I think I need to remove the screw, move it down a little bit. That way I can keep it going around the side there. That'll be awesome. A couple runners here hanging out. Probably going to replant them. Oh, my little strawberry here. Not really doing much, but looking pretty. This whole area back here, it's kind of depressing. It's just empty. It's just strawberry runners and everything back here. No more carrots or anything like that. Oop. Just move my lettuce here. My lettuce is flowering. I want it to flower over, or, you know, throw off seeds over the bed. In the meantime, I have placed in all the open spaces, and pretty much every single bed that I have, I've thrown some lettuce, which is by seed. And, you know, they're tiny little seeds, tiny little rocks, you know, it'll fall right through. Anyway, hopefully we'll get some good seaweed in the fish tank or something like that. Anyway, yes, that was a joke. Anyway, we got my little jalapenos here. A couple nice little ripe ones right on there, looking pretty. And my mucho nacho right back there. Got a couple fruit ready to be picked. My Cajun bell, look, this one's actually past needing to be picked. Guess I missed that. Lots of leaves falling off of a lot of the peppers around the beds here. These ones are actually some of the best. I also added some Epsom salt yesterday for the first time ever. Never did that before. Figured I gotta have some kind of magnesium deficiency, so threw that in there. This little watermelon not looking so good. My Carmen, looking beautiful, nice big pepper there. Need to pick that so it can start fruiting again. Right behind it, I had to throw in this stick here. It's, you know, one of those goofy little tomato trellis type sticks. Stuck it right in the rock there. And it's holding up my cow horn. And look at the size of these freaking peppers, man. These are gigantic. They're bigger than my hand. Big pepper. Another little curlicue up here. And another unripened one right over here. And right, oh no, that's another one. I forgot, I got 2 cow horns in the same planter. And we got a couple there. Oh, there's another one of my praying mantises. Apparently, I have at least 4 in this greenhouse that I've seen at one time. I love these little guys. They're so cool. Hopping around, having a good old time, loving life. And it's hanging out on my gigantic Swiss chard here. Look at the size of this freaking thing, man. It's like a big canopy there inside there. Little tiny Swiss chard right below it. Little tiny kale. Been trimming up all this kale. Look at the size of this freaking kale. Yeah, man. One leaf is like as big as my freaking hand. It's gigantic. And I've been trimming the heck out of it. And the more I trim it, the bigger and bigger it grows. My beautiful, I love this plant. This is my favorite one. My jalapeno here. Another one right here. I believe this is one I grew. Nah, it wasn't from seed. It was from a 6-pack. But yeah, look at it. I mean, nice fork on it and everything. It's just looking beautiful. This little bell pepper friend right next to it, not looking so good. Got some crappy looking leaves. Everything's drying up. Got a couple peppers that are like this, where it just kind of gave up hope. Some of the leaves there trying, so maybe I'll cut it back like I did with a couple other ones. Got another one right over here. I believe this. Not sure what this is, but I'm pretty sure this is a, or actually no, that's a bell over there. This is jalapeno. It's got to be, but we'll find out here shortly because there's all kind of little buds on it. Another one right back there. That's another bell, obviously, because there's a big old bell on there. That actually feels really nice. Probably ready to pick that. All right, what else do we got? Just runners and stuff back in there. Like I said, seeds all through for lettuce. Let's see what comes up. Oh, and I also threw, right back there on the back side where I said it was barren and empty, I threw some of my broccoli seeds. So maybe some of that will come up. It's from my 2nd generation broccoli. That's in the lava rock aquaponic garden. Got these strawberries right over here. Some of the windstorm coming through. My yellow cherry tomato growing nice and tall all the way up there. Starting to put off flowers still. Waiting. And my better boy right next to it. Looking pretty decent. Nothing really to report. Jalapeno back there. Hey, got one nice looking one there. Threw another stick up, pretty much for the shishito, because it's been leaning. That's not a word. But yeah, it's been leaning a lot because of these gigantic peppers they've had. I had another one over there that I cut off. And now I've got another one started, so yeah. We're right over here, jalapeno, another one of my nice specimens. Looking pretty nice, right next to the Dragon Cayennes. There we go. Looking pretty nice. My banana's way back there, not doing anything yet. My radicchio, looking gigantic. It's over here flowering and everything. And my kale. Another fine specimen of kale here. Looking nice. The more I cut it, the bigger it grows. So that seems to be what I'm doing, just like the one right over here. Look at the size of that thing, man. It's gigantic. And, oh, nope. I thought I saw legs in there. But it's not another praying mantis. Not yet, anyway. I'm sure the other one's right over here by the other tomatoes. Speaking of tomatoes, here's a nice gigantic one. Nice and tall. Oh, yeah. And one nice fruit on it already. Another one of my jalapenos. Nice. Starting to get that little look on it. Focus. Hello? Focus camera. There we go. right there. See those little lines right up on there? Love that. Usually means they're hot. Not in an aquaponics, I don't think. Right over here, my freak hot pepper. This one really stalled. I've got more on the way anyway. But this one kind of stalled. This one actually is starting. It was stalled for a long time. Now it's actually starting to put off leaves. So come on, buddy, get with the party. Just like this sucker. It's been stalled for a long time. So hopefully it's been putting off roots. And I'm not exactly sure, but if you look right down there, it's kind of black. Oh no, those are tons of roots right down there. Let's see if I can see it. There you go. You see I got all kind of roots right there at the very base. So let's go ahead and cover them up. Let's see, my little sucker here. Alright, let it focus here real quick. Alright, my sucker right here, little tiny offshoot on the side. Man, little tiny spindly guy, but look how tall he is. Way up there, got all kind of flowers coming off, so hopefully I'll get something off of there. Indigo rose right here, and the one right behind it. I've got one little fruit right here, and one little one right over there, and hopefully a lot more on the way. Flick, 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 flick. And this pepper right back here, let's see if I can get in on this guy. This little guy right here actually has a ton of growth on it. Yesterday, this little offshoot here was the only thing that was doing anything, and it was a big stick, and all the leaves fell off the stick. I cut the stick part off, as you can see right there. And now it actually looks like it's starting to come back a little bit, so that's pretty good. But kind of like this one right over here, this bell, I topped that one a long time ago, and finally it's putting out some good growth, and a couple more bell peppers right there. Here's another example of crappy looking peppers. I mean, look at that. Almost no, actually, I don't think there's one leaf on here. There's only one, this one right here, and it's off. Or no, these two right here, and the one's off. So we got a little bit new growth coming up right there that it won't focus on. So hopefully we can get that to do something. My Roma tomato right next to it, looking nice and tall. Out of here. All right, up here, yeah, nice and tall. No real tomatoes. Oh, there's one right there. But I cut a couple off of there already. My Barker's hot. Also losing some leaves here. But as you can see, got some fruit going on here. A little tiny dried up one over there. Oh, it's just hanging on actually. Huh. Okay, maybe we can get some seeds out of that. Doubt it. Set that aside, we'll check that later. Swiss chard down here, looking pretty nice. Kind of curled up, goofy looking leaves. Same over here. This one looks really horrible and it's kind of crusty. Bunch of carrots all in here, looking half decent. My kale, a couple of them, and trimming them back as well. They're starting to take off real well. Coming right over here, still the massacre on the strawberry tube here. Everything is either growing or it's trying to grow or it's dead. Nothing really to talk about there. Right over here, my habanero got all kind of awesome new growth right here around the base. I really want to go ahead and trim one of these off and see if I can clone it, especially this one right here. This one looks so nice and lush, but I don't want to like just kill it. I'm really good at killing peppers, so hold off on that. Watermelon, what the heck is going on, dude? You came up and now you just sit there and don't do anything. Jalapeno, looking nice. The leaves are kind of yellowed here. Just like my poblano here, which I've got a poblano right there, right next to my jalapeno. But yeah, got a little leaf damage right up here. These praying mantises are doing their best to take out grasshoppers or leaf hoppers or whatever. So have I. Banana pepper right over here, looking nice. And another one right over here. Got a little banana pepper right there. My what is this? Not pineapple. Purple basil. That's right, because it's not purple. It's still flowering, dropping all kind of crap into the freaking fish tank that I gotta fish out all the time. As you can see, got all kind of leaves and stuff like that. Need to fix all that. My lemon balm is just overflowing off to the side there. Red bell right here, looking nice, right next to the green bell. Still leaning, but no fruit on it. Oh, look at that. And a molting of a focus, man. Come on. Of a praying mantis. Huh. Missed that. Must have just happened. Like within the last 24 hours. My little tomatoes here. Almost to the ceiling, or at least almost to that main beam. Getting very, very close. Quick view of my, had to turn it off in the middle of dumping some water into the lava rock aquaponic garden there. But doing all kind of stuff here. Had to move the intake here, as you can see where it used to be right here in this round part. I was not getting enough water, so I moved the shutoffs around a little bit. That's why I also added the pump over there for the hydrant tube. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, technical stuff. But anyway, now it's over here, and it's just above the rocks, kind of falling into the rocks, hence all the algae, which is one thing I wanted to avoid the whole time. But we're having it. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, so now the shutoff is over here. It used to be in between this pipe. Never really made sense anyway. It was just, I don't know, at the beginning when I first got this pump, it was so powerful I could actually have this thing on, and it was draining water as well as the filter here filling and draining, which it's still doing. Let's see, there you go. But beautiful looking water in there. Kind of dark and stuff, but you know, whatever. My strawberry bed. After the cutback, which by the way looks like that, looks like fall down here with all the leaves and stuff. Yeah, that's right, I didn't clean it up. Acts as a pretty decent mulch actually to keep the grass from growing in. As you can see there, not a lot of grass. Over here, lots of grass coming in. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Nothing really to report over here. It is strawberries, and they're trying to do something. So go for it, guys. Let's see what you do. Alrighty, that's it. Alright, that was pretty dang quick. Made it all the way around here to the beginning, where we're back to the water level. I'm really loving this hydro tube being on its own pump. As you can see, obviously, like I said, this water level is a little high. It's about to try to flow out. Actually, it is. That's where the dripping right here is coming from. But, you know, hey, whatever. I just need some zip ties in there to hoist those guys up a little bit so that just the roots are in the water. As you can see, this one actually has the crown in the water. That's probably not very good for it. So I got to take care of that, fix that, and get a bunch more stuff done. And hopefully some of these seeds that I planted will be coming up next time. But I will catch you then. So till next time, later.